Welcome back. Breaking news. Exactly an hour or two, I think it was. Yeah, exactly 2 hours ago. Breaking news. They tried to kill President Trump, and it really, really got bad. Shocking update. I remember some years back when Trump was assassinated, right? Well, they said the Secret Service might have been involved, but now they found out it's true. And I wouldn't put it past that Democrats like Joe Biden, Obama, Bush, Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, Ken Waltz, all of them had hired this person to kill Donald Trump. And the Secret Service is no longer involved in it too, which I'm not surprised about it. Because how are you going to sit there, you see the killer 150 yards away, but do not act? I bet you that was Kamala Harris, Obama, or some of these people right here. They act. They didn't want Trump to become president because they feared Trump. Here we go.
Alright y'all, we are back with another video. I definitely had to bring y'all this. Now, we're going to check out this video by Benny. Said that the internet is raging as Secret Service agent responsible for President Trump getting shot pretty much just got punished. Because we all know that 1 year ago today that President Trump almost lost his life in Butler. And he's going to reflect back on it with his daughter-in-law, Laura. So it's like, man, we are so happy to still have President Trump here, and just to, think that it could have been worse. So thank God for that sniper that did take out the Thomas Crooks. But the thing is that Thomas Crooks should never been able to get on that roof to be able to do that in the first place. And that right there is where the problem comes in. So that's the reason why a lot of people have been saying that Secret Service tried to get President Trump taken out. It's like they set him up to be taken out. So like I said, thank God that right there didn't happen. So please put prayers for Donald Trump in the comment section. Please, and prayers for his entire family as well. But like I said, 1 year ago today, he could have lost his life. But thank God that President Trump is still here. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing some more support. And shout out to the ones that always stay to the end and let me know that they watched the entire video in the comment section. I really, really appreciate all of you that always let me know that, and the ones that hit that like button. That's very, very important as well. It definitely helps get the video out there. So we're going to dive straight into this. And you're going to hear President Trump kind of reflect on this, and then Benny going to get into details of what's really going on, because you look at it, CNN, all of these leftist networks, they're not going to talk about this. They want everybody to forget about the Butler situation. We're not going to let that happen. We're going to keep bringing it up to something gets done. So, of course, they're trying to make everybody forget. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this. So, as you can see right here on the screen by Colin Rook, he said 1 year ago today, a 20-year-old named Thomas Crooks somehow evaded local law enforcement and Secret Service and nearly blew off President Trump's head on live TV. Crooks' body was quietly released shortly after the incident by the FBI and cremated. And that's what everybody had a problem with. Like, why did they do that so fast? Like they were trying to hide something. We have no clue what Crooks' motive was. His parents have declined all interviews and live in seclusion. It says Crooks was seen multiple times before he fired on Trump, once with a rangefinder, but Secret Service still allowed Trump to walk on stage 1 year later, still no answer. So this is Thomas Crooks right here. You can see he was just walking, staring, looking around, and you telling me Secret Service didn't see him? He just looked like he's up to something. Hey, he go back there and look at him. Security failure, look at him. Hey, he go running right up there. How he was able to do all of that? That is crazy. How was he able to do all of that? And nobody seen him.
He paid off the damn Secret Service and the damn pizza.
And you go right there, you see the arrow. Then right here, he's laying down on his stomach. Got the gun in his hand. Look at him, laying right down. And you telling me Secret Service didn't see him? He was able to fire off 8 shots?
And that's a little bit old, that judge a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something to say,
he's 153 yards away.
So you tell me the Secret Service right here, and he looking right across where he at, and he didn't see Thomas Crooks fire any shots? He didn't see that?
He's paid not to.
That is bull crap. So that's the reason why, like I said, they all just got punished, but we're going to get to that in a minute. So right here, you can see right here by Benny said President Trump praised the Secret Service on the 1-year anniversary of the Butler, PA rally. And this is what he had said. Check this out.
Well, we are at the anniversary of your Butler rally, where Eric and I, along with Luke and Carolina, watched on live television as so many people across the country and really the world did when there was the assassination attempt on you. And as we come to this moment, I'm thinking back to what happened right after that. You actually called all of us on the phone. And it was amazing to me that that was what you thought to do, that you wanted us to know that you were okay. And I know that's a moment none of us will ever forget, and I'm sure for you, tenfold.
Well, it was unforgettable. I didn't know exactly what was going on. I got whacked. There was no question about that. And fortunately got down quickly. And people were screaming, and I got down quickly, fortunately, because I think they shot 8 bullets. Then one got me, and one got another one, and one got another one, and one killed Corey, the firefighter, great guy. And, we had a tremendous, massive crowd. Tens of thousands of people were there. And our sniper, within less than 5 seconds, was able to get him from a long distance with one shot. If he didn't do that, you would have had an even worse situation. It was really bad. But he really did his name is David, and he did a fantastic job. He went about his business just about 4 seconds, and that's when it all stopped, and he got him perfectly from a very long distance. So we got a little bit lucky in that regard.
So, like I said, thank God that President Trump is still here with us. Because, like I said, it could have been even worse, but it's still a fail on the Secret Service for even allowing Tommy Crooks to get on top of that roof.
They paid to do it.
And aim the gun at President Trump, and they were able to fire off 6 to 8 shots before they even took him out. So it was just terrible. But let's get into Benny kind of breaking this down even more about, Secret Service agent getting punished. You had some women out there that couldn't even holster their guns. It was just a lot going on. And let's check this out by Benny as well.
Benny, 1 year ago, this week, President Trump survived an on-air execution attempt when a bullet pierced his
by the
face
Democrat Party
and killed members of the MAGA movement in footage that is still chilling to watch, puts ice in your veins.
You see something that said, take a look what happened.
Horrifying moment. I'll never forget where I was. I'm sure you won't either. This was 1 year ago, July 13th, 2024. What's happened since then? Has there been any reconciliation for Corey Comfortore's family? Has anybody been punished or, let's say, criminally charged for negligence here?
Nope.
People are dead, right? Presidential candidate.
The original Secret Service lady, she got fired.
It was the Secret Service's job to protect, got hit in the head with a bullet, and again, just barely survived the assassin via a miracle. The single, most broadly seen miracle in human history. Billions of people have seen this video. But moving on, how do we prevent this from ever happening? As usual, everyone was saying, never forget, never forget. There's going to be heads will roll, prosecutions, and so on for all of the Secret Service agents that refused to do their job that day. And I speak about this from authority, a position of authority, because we are the only channel that was allowed access to the rooftop that day.
Yep.
Or in the days after. So fresh were we on site, we went with congressional investigators, there was still blood on the roof from Matthew Thomas Crooks getting his head blown off. I Secret Service only after he had gotten off 8 rounds. Well, now we know.
And he had no reason to try to attack
Maybe.
Trump.
Some suspensions.
At his
with
home.
that.
With AK-47.
Secret Service suspends 6 agents over failures of Trump's assassination attempt. Don't worry, they'll just be on a...
So they didn't fire them. They suspended them.
Yeah.
And then you had Cole Compensatore lost his life. Other people got shot, and they only going to get suspended.
Yep.
This is, man, the world we living in. This is insane. This right here is insane, and they only get suspended. Like you had
Democrats did not want Trump the president because Trump wanted to put them in their place and get the shit
and you had a
straight.
guy
Shit
already
going
had
on
his
now.
sniper towards Thomas Matthew Crooks, but he let him fire off 6 to 8 shots before he decided to take him out. That's what I'm saying. Like, this just ain't right, man. And President Trump was set up to be taken out. Everybody seen it. Everybody been seeing it.
All expense paid. Vacation. Secret Service suspended 6 agents for failures over Donald Trump's assassination attempt in Pennsylvania last year. Then presidential candidate holding rally in Butler. Shooter was quickly taken out by Secret Service counter snipers. Was he?
He won
Was
quickly.
he?
No, he
Yeah,
was
he won
not.
quickly.
No, he was
What's
not.
interesting about
No,
this
it wasn't
is that he should have been taken out before he fired the shots. There should have been somebody on that roof. There should have been someone there protecting the president. That is their damn job.
Exactly.
Why would you let the perfect sniper's nest go unmanned? The exact same week, by the way, we learned that the CIA admitted that they were monitoring Oswald right before he assassinated JFK. Amazing, same thing. Lone gunman, total loser, somebody nobody ever heard of, that people don't know much about him. Lone gunman in a tall building, you see? That's all that happened. You know, the president lost his head. Incredible. The CIA had admitted that an officer specializing in psychological warfare ran an operation and came into contact with Lee Harvey Oswald and was monitoring him in Dallas. So the CIA totally knew about the killing of Kennedy.
Yeah.
Who knew what on the day that President Trump was allowed to have bullets fired straight at his skull? In the aftermath, the agency was hounded with questions, security failures. Director Kimberly Cheadle was forced to resign. Now it's emerged that 6 agents have been suspended.
Yeah, because remember at that time, Kimberly Cheetah didn't want to answer no questions. She was just as guilty as the rest of the Democrats. It's like they was trying to hide this entire situation. How did Tommy Crooks get on that roof undetected? You can see him over there walking in the garage, just walking back and forth. You can tell he was up to something. He was up to no good. You can tell. And he laid down on that roof with that gun and was able to fire 6 to 8 shots, and then they turn around and say, well, the sniper took him out quickly. It's not called quickly if the other guy was able to get out, because 6 to 8 shots was enough to try to take out President Trump. Even one shot could have took out President Trump, but he was able to fire out 6 to 8. So you can't say you took him out quickly, because that's a lie.
Pay for their actions that day. It's confirmed. Those suspensions ranged from supervisors to line agents. They all have the right to appeal their suspensions, which range from 10 to 40 days. And we were laser focused on fixing the root cause of the problem, says Secret Service Deputy Director. Got it. Laser focused. A 10-day suspension. Got it? 10-day suspension. For this.
Somebody almost lost their life, and they only got 10 days suspension, 10 to 40.
Your failures were this close to causing civil war and the downfall of Western civilization. And they get 10 days suspension.
That's
We aren't going
crazy.
to fire our way out of this yet. We're going to focus on the root cause and fix the deficiencies. Root cause is Kamala Harris. Secret Service totally accountable for Butler, Clinton knowledge. Butler was an operational failure, and we focus on ensuring that it never happens again. All the agents have now been suspended federally mandated procedures. He has also noticed that the Secret Service is introducing a new fleet of military-grade drones and set up new mobile command posts that allow for agents to communicate with radio directly. You know, it's a great question. Like, did Joe Biden or Kamala Harris ever give speeches that had these kind of like systemic security failures, or is it just Trump? Is it just Trump that they give that to? Man, that's what's boiling.
That's what I'm
The
saying. That's crazy.
180-page report released by the House of Representatives Task Force in December concluded that the shooting was preventable and should have never happened. that the acting Secret Service Director, Ronald Rowe, testified the agency had been operating under the assumption local law enforcement could secure the complex where Crooks fired the shot. The report also included a first-hand account from the Butler cop who spotted Crooks and yelled out that he had a gun. Though there was no evidence to suggest the message reached Secret Service security detail because there was no communication between the Secret Service and the local police.
It was
So
all
obvious
set up.
was the gunman, and you can see him literally from the rooftops. It's crazy. Here, see here.
Yeah, you can see him running right over there.
Prowling around on the roof. From like footage of people filming Trump from behind. That's how obvious he was. Ever gonna have any justice in this country? Is anybody ever gonna suffer for anything, for any of these failures? It's incredible. I mean, look.
Yeah, you can just see him running.
You can see him from cell phone footage. You can see the guy crawling around the rooftop. They did nothing. It makes me so angry. We went there, we saw it ourselves. Given the shocking security failures of that day, it is the absolute bare minimum. The American people are not dumb. What happened to the burner phones? Who was the shooter talking to? More importantly,
Exactly. It was the phones. Like, who was he talking to? It's like they just didn't hid all. They didn't kept all that information away from us. Like, where is that? Where's the context, the messages in the phone? 'Cause he was talking to somebody, and now they cremated him. And now what do they do with the phone? It just what I'm saying. It's like they trying to hide something, and they've been doing it. It's been
They are.
a year, and we still ain't got no answers. Core compensatory family
You don't
still
get no
looking for
answers.
answers. Still haven't got any answers of what happened. Who was he talking to? Who was involved? We still don't know.
You won't.
did he have a handler? Gosh, Corey Carpenter's family doing it in gut-wrench here on Fox. I'll play for you at the very end.
Won't get no answers like damn John Kennedy followed
Secret
40
Service has
years.
totally different
40
leadership team
a
now,
decade.
says Secretary. No, well, that's fine. We don't want people on a different leadership team. We want to know who the hell he was texting. Here's Matthew Thomas Crooks. This photo was taken by police, yet they still let him go up on the rooftop?
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. It's insane. It's gonna happen again and again and again unless they like really truly put people in jail for this kind of stuff. Why wouldn't they just run a deep state assassination op on the next president they don't like? Right? They nearly got Trump. Shooter had encrypted messaging accounts in Belgium, Germany, and New Zealand. Wow, I wonder what he was doing. Boy, shucks. Oh yeah, let's see. He was trying to build a bunch of bombs as well. Who was helping him build the bombs?
Somebody was helping them.
That's strange.
Somebody was helping.
They have had accomplices. Investigator says FBI is suppressing info. Where have I heard that before? Insane. Sarah Palin snapping on social media. Why? Finally, a year later? Just one of the examples of systemic existential problems allowed to fester when sycophants and big talkers go along and get along with bureaucracy. There must be a dramatic turnaround in the administrations to counteract the atrophied trust in government. Has to happen today. Speaking on behalf of those who can see what's happening for American leadership. No word yet on F1. One of the Lady Ghostbusters here was part of the suspended, 6 agents suspended. It's just happening a year later. So they were allowed to be Secret Service agents for a year. No one's fired. I mean, not even firings.
That's what I was just saying. Why they didn't fire anybody? Like, you got people. It ain't the point that people got shot, but President Trump got hit. Corey Compensatory lost his life, and I think it was with 1 or 2 other people that got shot as well, and then they only get suspended from 10 to 40 days.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. They should have been fired and replaced immediately. There's no way you can suspend them and let that same group go out and try to protect somebody else. There's no way. That's the reason why I'm calling it a setup. Bendy called it a setup. It has to be a setup. They knew
is.
what was going to happen.
It had to be
They
a setup.
tried to
It
let
is a
President
setup.
Trump get taken out.
The other thing is you
So,
can't just pick up
this
and
right here
everything,
just
make
a
a bun and
cover-up,
still be a
man.
pig.
Would quench my desire for accountability here. You need to prosecute. People are dead. You need to criminally prosecute
Exactly.
these guys. It's amazing. Look at some of the body cam footage.
Did he have a weapon? Is he?
Look at how he uses quotes around shooter as to not offend the
Is he
shooter.
a shooter? Did he have a weapon? Is he?
That was the report.
I thought you were on the roof. I thought it was you. I thought you guys were on the roof. Why were we not on the roof? Why weren't we? I'd say this is a up.
Sorry, not you. Which gas company?
Somebody up.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody
Glad we
did.
spend billions of dollars on the Secret Service every single year. And don't blame local law enforcement. The locals say that Secret Service never even contacted them or even showed up to the planning meeting. Watch this.
We were supposed to get a face-to-face briefing with the Secret Service snipers whenever they arrived, and that never happened. So I think that was
The
probably
Democrats had it set
a
up.
pivotal point where I started thinking things were wrong, because that never happened, and we had no communication with the Secret Service.
Wow.
You had no communication
No
with the Secret Service
communication.
at all on that Saturday.
Not until after the shooting.
And by then,
It was too late.
So I want to prevent this from ever happening again. Of course, everybody rightfully focuses on Trump surviving this assassination attempt. We don't ever look at some of the collateral damage of what happened, which is Corey Compertor, a loved firefighter, losing his life. Butler, I found this bit on Fox to be absolutely crushing and really hard to watch. An interview with Corey Compertor's wife about how nothing has happened for them over the last year. There's been no accountability. So sad. Died in vain. It's hard to think about it. Makes me want to go do something nice for them. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Please, here's Corey Compertor's grieving family. It inspires me to go do something in his honor. We'll work on that.
Hi, Bill. Well, we all remember where we were, right, on July 13th of last year. And for the Compertor family, they were right there in that field behind us. They lost everything that day. Corey was a firefighter, a dad, and a husband, and a friend to so many people here in Butler County. A year later, if you can believe it, after that gunman climbed on that building right behind me, the family says, where are the answers about Thomas Crooks? Why don't we know more about him? But one thing they do believe is the Secret Service made major mistakes that day.
Yeah.
We were all sitting ducks that day. Our blood is all over their hands. I'm angry. I lost the love of my life.
The Secret Service admitting to multiple failures after a 20-year-old gunman climbed onto a rooftop at a Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13th of last year and fired off 8 rounds.
Why weren't they paying attention? Why did they think that
They
that
paid
was
not to do it.
cover?
Those gunshots nearly taking the life of President Trump, critically injuring 2 men and killing Corey Compertor, a husband, father, and fireman.
Just
His wife
sad.
Helen tells me she thinks about him every day. A year later, doesn't get any easier.
No. Sometimes I still just pretend he's at work and he's going to come home at the end of the day.
Police say Thomas Crooks fired those gunshots. Investigators say the once shy college kid planned this attack.
That's the reason why I say it's just a sad situation, man.
See, that's
because,
second there, how
like,
perfect clear
all
shot
this
at
could have
him.
been prevented.
First one,
all
he
the
does a
Secret
cheese
Service had to
structure.
do is take it. Then they even got a picture where they took a picture of him just sitting down on the phone. Why didn't nobody go out there then and tell him to leave? Everybody else is out there in the crowd, so he's sitting down there outside the window. You can see whoever the officer was took a picture of him sitting down on his phone over by them, and they still ignored him. Still ignored him. That's the reason why I say it was all a freaking setup.
Yeah.
This right here should
Done by
have
the
never
Democrats.
happened, man. Should have never happened.
Attack for days. Do you think Thomas Crooks did this all by himself?
Honestly, I believe that he could. I do believe. I mean, kids can do those things when they're mentally not right.
Did you think at this point there'd be more answers?
Yes, especially about the shooter, which we still don't know.
Butler County Sheriff Mike Sloop says people are still grieving.
They remember it like it was yesterday, because in our minds, and yours probably too, it was yesterday.
I think everybody here is so shaken up and confused on what's even going on. We heard several gunshots. If you could sit down with the Secret Service, what would you tell them?
Why Butler? Why Butler? Why was that such a failure? I want to sit down and talk to them. I have the right to. They need to listen to me.
So
So the
It's
Secret
sad,
Service bill
man.
says they have made major changes since that day. This weekend, the family is having a cruise, a motorcycle ride for Corey. Phil.
But shout out to Benny, man. Like I said, it's just a sad situation, man. You know, when you see that, you can hear like